So just a show of hands, how many of you have ever avoided someone because you forgot their name? I'm totally guilty of that, and I might have avoided some of you today because of that reason. But by referring and remembering someone's name, it brings a personal connection, and it's relational. There's a quote that says, "A person's name is to him or her the sweetest and most important sound in any language." Hi, my name is Nancy Mahan, and I'm a math faculty. This here is a table tent that I have my students write their name and put it on their desk, what they would like to be called, and they're to bring it to class every single day. Sometimes we think change has to be really complicated or huge, but it doesn't. It can be as simple as a table tent name tag. Janae mentioned earlier in the DESA model that one of the quadrants was to know your students' names. And this contributed to the success of their college. And why is that? Because it's relational. So these names aren't just for you to know your students' names, but it's also for your students to know each other's names so they don't avoid each other either. Next. Okay, again, raise of hands. How many of you have gotten your fall parking permit? Oh, shoot. I guess it's just me. Well, I haven't. But I know where to get it. I got the email, but I haven't done it because of so many reasons. Now, if the parking people came here and gave me the form, and I just had to sign it and give it to them, and they gave me a parking permit, I get it done just like that. It's not because I'm lazy or I don't value it. I'm just juggling a lot of stuff. And I would be so grateful if someone did that for me. Yes. Same with our students. Talk to any one of them on a personal level, and you'll be astounded by how much they juggle. So instead of telling them where to go to get academic counseling or mental health service, how about bringing the resources into the class? Invite the speakers into the class to talk about their services and have students set up appointments right then and there. And how do you tackle mid-semester blues, especially after Thanksgiving or spring break? Students are tired and unmotivated, and I admit, so am I. So remind them of their vision. One semester, I had students share the reason for coming to Long Beach, and a lot of them said to transfer to Cal State Long Beach. So we did a field trip and toured Cal State Long Beach. When the students were able to see their goal tangibly, it motivated them to finish the semester strong. Now, some of you might ask, doesn't all this relational stuff cut into class time? We already have so much material to cover. So my response is to be creative with your teaching time. Make the teaching time engaging, creative, interesting, applicable. Because guess what? If you haven't heard, what we've been doing doesn't work. So instead of teaching how to solve a word problem with percentages from a textbook, how about putting up last night's dinner receipt and ask them, did your professor give enough tip? What exact percent did she not tip? Or did she tip? And why was the waitress so mad? Discuss in a small group and defend your answer. I can go through a few solid interactive examples such as this in 30 minutes, way better than lecturing for 45 minutes. Culinary math, learning about scaling factors. Choose your favorite recipe, scale it to feed 38 people, go home and make it and see if it works, and then scale food party tomorrow. So there are so many creative ideas that you can come up with, or better yet, share and talk to your colleagues about. I have a dream of having something like a TED Talk or a math talk or an English talk where we can share and create ideas of how to teach creatively and relevantly to reach our changing audience. This semester, I'd like to try something new. I'm going to incorporate one of the DESA quadrant, which is to meet with every student one-on-one this semester. And instead of calling it office hours, I'm going to call it student hours. How about you? Start small, whether you've taught for 30 years or 1 year. I dare you to try something new every semester this semester. What is one relational or creative idea you can try this semester?